Most of the times when we are working on a project in SQL Server, what happens is that we have to remove some data. We have to delete some data from SQL Server. Now, when I'm talking about the data, it might be the data from a table or it might be the data from a database. My dear viewers, if you understand the question very clearly, if I would like to delete the data, now the delete the data, this word we have to understand. Delete the data, is it indicating the complete data of a table? Delete the data, is it indicating to remove the data permanently from a table, from a database? Or delete the data is indicating to remove some specific rows from a table in a database? What is the right solution? Or what is a command that we have to use? Hi, I am M. Asif Hussain from KnowHow Academy. What are we going to learn in this video? We are going to learn how to delete the data from SQL Server, the 3 different ways to delete the data from SQL Server, and we are going to see all these 3 ways with the syntax and with a practical example. So by the end of this video, you could able to go and delete the data using 3 different commands in SQL Server with an easy step. So watch till the end. So my dear viewers, first let me go and create a table so that it will be easy for us to understand from scratch. So here I am creating a table, create table, and table name let me consider S1, and in this S1 table I am going to create the ID column which is integer. I am going to create the name column which is varchar. Now even I am going to create another column which is, let us consider location. Now this one also I am considering it as a variable character data type. Now I am going to consider the mobile number. Okay, I am going to consider the column called mobile number integer. Alright, so we have created a table. Let me go and execute this particular table. Okay, commands completed successfully. Now let me go and insert some records into this particular table. As first, let me fetch the table to you so that we can see that what the data, or do we really have it or we don't have it. Select star from S1. So now what I am trying to do, I am fetching the table S1. As you can see that 1, 2, 3, 4 columns are successfully created. And now we have to insert the values into these 4 columns as we do not have any value in this. So now what I am trying to do, I am inserting the values. Insert into table name S1. What you are inserting? We are inserting the values. So now here, if we look into the values, the first column is ID, comma, name Asif, comma, location Hyderabad, comma, and here mobile number, let us consider 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now in the same way I would like to insert few more records. I'll go with the second ID, comma, name Mithil, comma, and the location, let us consider Gujarat, comma, and the number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, something like this, comma. Now I'm going to insert another record here. So let's consider the name called Raj, comma. Now I'm considering the location Ahmedabad, comma. Now the number, if you'd like to consider 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. In the same way, I'm going and creating another record so that we have to understand the difference between deleting the data. So I'll go with the another record here, and the name let me consider Krupali, and the location let us consider Vadodara, comma, the number let us consider 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and the last record I'm going to insert it, and here I'm going to take any name. It's up to you, you can choose any name, it's your choice. Let us consider another name here, comma, and the location let us consider Bangalore. Okay, so I'm going and writing the mobile number 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, all right, so I am going to insert 5 records into this particular table which is S1. So now if we go and execute it, 5 rows affected. Let us go and fetch the table. As you can see that there are 5 records in our particular table S1. Now, how to delete the data from SQL Server? If we understand this question, my dear viewers, delete the data. Let us understand in 3 different ways. Number 1, delete the data. Is it indicating to delete the complete table? Delete the data. Is it indicating to remove some specific rows in this particular table? Delete the data. Is it indicating that delete every value in the table, but the table should be there? So what is the right thing that we have to consider here? So we need to understand what are the different commands that we have to use in order to delete the data from SQL Server. If I talk to you about the first way, deleting the complete table, it's indicating the complete data. So for this we use the command called drop, which comes under data definition language, drop. So what drop will do? It will remove the entire table from the database. Now, if I talk to you in the second question, which is if you would like to delete the data, is it indicating that deleting a specific row from a table? Then we have to use the command called delete command, which is a very interesting command, which we will use it in order to remove the individual rows from a table. Alright, so now this delete, it will come under data manipulation language in SQL Server. Now we have another question, third question. Table should be there, but the data inside the table should be deleted. Column name should be there, but starting from first record to the fifth record, everything should be removed. Okay, is this the scenario? Then we have to use a command called truncate. We have to use the command called truncate. So what is the difference between truncate, drop and delete? That we are going to look into here. So now let me go and first show you a command called delete. Okay, delete. What is the syntax of delete command? Syntax of delete command is that delete from table name where condition. Okay, where condition. So this is the syntax of the delete command. Now let's look into the example here. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to delete from my table name S1 where, delete from table name where. Now what is the condition? Let us consider that I would like to remove a row which is 5. I mean Rinsi. I would like to remove this particular row where ID equal to 5. ID equal to 5. So now when I try to execute it, you can see that one row is affected. If we go and see the table S1, there is no fifth record as it got deleted with the delete command. So now what's the point? We are deleting a individual record in a row using the delete command. Now if I talk to you about the drop, okay, drop. So if I use drop, the syntax for drop is that drop table name. Okay, so if we look into the example of it, drop table, my table name is S1. So what it is doing, it is dropping the complete table S1. The columns will also be removed, the values inside the columns will also be removed. So drop table S1. So if I execute it, commands completed successfully. Let me go and fetch the table. It is telling that invalid object name because the table is not existing in the particular database that we have created. Are you getting me? So what's happening here? Here the complete table is getting removed using drop, but using delete, a individual row from a table is getting removed, deleted. Okay, so now let me go and create this table again so that it will be easy for us. Now I'm inserting the values. If you see here, we have the table. Okay, now coming back, if I would like to go and remove the data from this table, but the table will be there, table S1 will be there, the columns in the table will be there, but the values inside the column will be removed, the values inside the column will be deleted. So that I am going to use using the truncate command. Now the syntax of truncate command is that truncate table name. So if I walk you with the example, truncate table name is S1. Okay, so now if I execute it, commands completed successfully, and now if you look into the table S1, the columns are there, but the values inside the columns are not available. Are you getting me? The column is there, the table is there, but the values inside the columns, those are not available. The data got deleted. So my dear viewers, whenever the question is asked, we have to be very careful with what exactly is the question. They did not tell us to completely remove the table. They did not tell us to remove individual row. They told to delete the data from a table in SQL Server. Then using truncate, we can delete the data from SQL Server. So this is the difference. This is the difference. You should be very clear in what you are delivering it when you are talking about this drop, delete, and truncate. So drop, it will remove the complete table from a database. Delete, it will remove the individual record from a table or individual row from a table. Truncate, it will remove the complete data inside the table, but the table and the columns will be existed. Okay, so this is the difference between drop, delete, and truncate. So in this video, we have learned how to create a table, how to insert the values in the table. We have learned the syntax of delete, drop, and truncate with some practical example. So thank you for choosing KnowHow Academy as your source for IT knowledge. We are always here to help you to navigate the tech world. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to reach out. It's been a pleasure sharing this information with you. Stay curious and keep learning.